Hello, sports fan. This is Stephen here for Sports Choice Plus. I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering the Jacksonville Jaguars need to go ahead and pull the plug. Before I get right into that, I want to make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you can get all the updates and all the breakdowns. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Looking at Christian Kirk and looking at this lineup for the Jacksonville Jaguars, they had a tough year last year. Not only did Christian Kirk sign a 4-year deal, $72 million deal in 2022, but he finished with just 982 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns. Essentially, Brian Thomas Jr., who was drafted in last year's draft, has taken over the spot as number one receiver. You're looking at all this dead money that's going to be taken if he does have to be cut. But what if they keep him and he still doesn't produce? The Jacksonville Jaguars have an issue with paying players or overpaying them that don't need to be paid and letting the ones go that need to be paid. So with that being said, there's a lot of hoopla about Trevor Lawrence going to the Steelers. Dead that immediately. You got a quarterback that can actually get you the ball. From the standpoint, you need to get the wide receivers together. You need to get the offensive line together, and you have to evolve as a defense. You've got all these number one picks that's making massive amounts of money. So now you have to essentially transition that to the next level. From the standpoint of what the Jacksonville Jaguars now, they're a young team with a lot of talent and a new head coach. So with that being said, you have to find what works for you guys, motivate these guys, and keep the guys that need to be paid on this franchise. From the standpoint, I feel like Trevor Lawrence can lead the team, but he's going to need a lot more leadership on that offense. From the offense and what they've had this couple of years ago, they've fallen off drastically to making the playoffs to not even being a title contender at all. So from this point in time, we got to ask ourselves, is Trevor Lawrence going to be good enough to motivate Christian Kirk if he stays on the team, or either Brian Thomas Jr.? They need to be working this offseason. They need to be working trades. They need to be working free agency and getting the guys in there that need to be in there. When it's all said and done, I feel like the Jacksonville Jaguars have enough defensive talent to turn it around, and offensively, they have to come around and start paying the right players. This offseason, this free agency, use some of that free agency money on better tight ends, on better wide receivers, and you're going to see the difference in the change. With that being said, the Jacksonville Jaguars have an idea and they have a chance to do it, but will they? We'll find out this offseason when the NFL has free agency in the draft, and we'll see how much they invest in that offensive line and those wide receivers. So, are you Jacksonville Jaguars fans? What do you feel like is going to happen? Do you feel like a change is going to come? Do you feel like anything is going to happen? Find out on the next episode of Sports Choice Plus if this is going to be happening throughout the offseason. We'll see you on the next episode.